Yes guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video here today and some more F1 2020 content. Today another trailer has dropped from Codemasters with some features being showcased and pretty much everything that encapsulates the F1 2020 game, including the brand new feature, the Podium Pass. But before we jump into it guys, I've got some breaking news for you, and as you guys know, the game releases on the 10th of July. The Schumacher edition is on the 7th of July, 3 days earlier, and I can guarantee and I can tell you right now, I've already got the game and I can start uploading footage from the 6th of July. So one day earlier, next Monday guys. Set your reminders, notifications turned on, subscribe guys, because next Monday on the 6th, it's all kicking off. F1 2020 begins, and we're going to be kicking it off big time with all the My Team content and also crew mode content. So, yeah, guys, like I said before, get subscribed. I'm also trying to hit 40,000 subs, possibly 50 by the end of the year. That's the target. So, if you guys want to ride on board for the journey and, you know, join me on this F1 2020 ride, I'd greatly appreciate it. And drop a like on this video, guys, off the bat, and let's get straight into the trailer breakdown. So we're going to run you through the trailer. I can't show you the trailer in full because the music has copyright on it, so we're going to try and avoid that here today. Therefore, we're just going to run you through it without any audio, so let's jump right into it. And here we go then with the playback. I'll pause it at certain points to, you know, highlight key areas. So feature number one this year, of course, the big one is create your own team, aka My Team mode. It's the big feature this year and the one that of course I'm going to be focusing on, which I'm really excited about. This year my team will be called 97 Racing, doing wordplay on my YouTube channel name, and I can't wait to show you guys what I've got lined up for that. It's so damn cool. You guys are going to absolutely love it. I've got some really cool things lined up on that, so hope you guys look forward to that. And in this, they kind of showcase a few of the things on the modes, so they kind of run you through some of the custom skins, how the cars could potentially look. You can always change the colors, you can change the design, you can also, you know, choose what sponsors and where to place them and that kind of stuff. You've got, you know, the wind tunnel, you've got facilities, R&D, driver training. There's so much stuff in My Team this year. It's so unbelievably just rich and full of depth. You won't believe it. We then move into part number 2, and we have split screen racing, of course, making a comeback this year. A very popular feature. A lot of you guys, I've seen in the comments over the years, you missed this feature, and it's back for the first time since I believe F1 2014. So a big return there for you guys, and a lot of you who, like myself, have siblings maybe you want to share the console with, and you want to do a split screen race, or possibly with a friend. You know, you're both really good F1 friends, and you get on really well. You want to do some races together locally, which is absolutely cool. And yeah, really good to see split screen is back once again. The next feature is the 10-year career, aka regular standard career mode that we've always known, and you know, the thing we always love. You know, it's been in F1 games for so long now, and it's back once again. It seems like people may have got a bit confused, but this year you have the choice of My Team or career mode. You can do any of the two or both, whatever you want. They're both in the game, so you can choose whatever you prefer. For this one, I'll be driving in the Alfa Tauri, of course. You guys voted for that, and even career mode, to be fair, has had a bit of a restructure, and we'll see why in a minute later on down in this trailer. But the key feature here is that there's much more depth to career mode as well. There is a finance system rather than just R&D points alone, which is also the case in My Team, which makes things very interesting, and also the driver contracts, which we'll get into later on in the video. After that, we do have the F2 integration, and actually there's a big thing this year with F2, a really key feature. It hasn't been mentioned enough, to be fair, but on the screen we do get the thing from last year, which was 3 races in the F2, but this year you can do 6 races, or you can even do a full F2 season and then graduate into F1. So if you want to go for the full-on simulation, you know, realistic experience, doing a full season in Formula 2 and then graduating to the Premier class, you can do that in career mode this year, which is really awesome. So I know some people out there are going to want to do, you know, a Zero to Hero, or like a Road to Glory-esque kind of series, starting from absolute scratch. You can do that this year, starting from F2 and going all the way up to F1, doing full seasons along the way. You can customize the season length, which of course we already know. We've got 2 new circuits at, of course, Hanoi in Vietnam, and also Zandvoort, which is returning for the first time in absolute ages. Both of these tracks I've driven, I've made videos about. You can check my channel, guys. I'll leave links in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Just absolutely insane. I love both tracks. Even Vietnam wasn't too bad, to be fair. I really enjoyed it. But then we move into more important things, and in this case, it's the new calendar timeline. This is the big change in the game this year. So this is going to change career mode and My Team as we know it, because instead of running on a session by session basis where you go from practice to qualifying to race to laptop, to practice, to qualifying, to race, to laptop. This is much more different now. So you've got this kind of calendar style system, very much like FIFA, and you've got a load of things to do in between races, in between sessions. Every single day on the calendar, I can't stress this enough, every single day on the calendar is key. You can't just simulate time because you're going to be missing out big time on development, and you need to keep up. So you need to be looking at it every single day and improving wherever you can, because that's going to make a key difference to your team in the long run in both career mode and my team. And as I mentioned before in the previous career mode, kind of point I made, we've got a new contract system. So again, this is based on finance. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, there's a contract from Alpha Tauri, and the market value is 3.025 million. So unlike past years, it runs off currency. I've not actually got to this point yet, so I'm not sure what to expect. I'm also kind of under embargo, so I can't really comment, even though I don't really know anyway. So this year, all I know is it's much more realistic in the sense that there's a driver market and it's based off of currency rather than just R&D points. And moving on, we do have, of course, some more footage here of contracts being accepted and stuff. And we then move on to new on-track options. And this was actually quite a cool feature, to be fair, this year. You've got the ERS overtake button. So, of course, the manual ERS, as we know it from last year's game, is gone. We now simply have an overtake button. Simple as that. And to go with that, we now have the new virtual rear view mirror. So if you're racing cockpit view, you're going to be using this all the time. It's going to be such a big help because you can't see the mirrors when you're driving in cockpit view unless you have triple screens, which is very rare. Even I don't have triple screens. And as I mentioned as well, to the new casual assist mode. So if you guys are a first-time player of this game, you will have options in game this year to make it very easy for you to drive, where basically the computer detects when things are happening or irregularities. So for example, if you're going to drive straight off the track, the game will stop it and it will start to brake and turn for you, and that way it will really help you develop a racecraft and an understanding as to how cars work. So hopefully that will help bring in a lot of new players, which is always great to make the community and the fan base as big as possible. It shows a few examples in the menu as to how that works, and then we've got a classic cars, of course, once again back in the game for I believe the second year in a row now, or third year in a row, I'm not sure now. And this year's one though, actually, from what we've seen so far, it looks like they may have got rid of the 70s and 80s cars, and we've got a few more 90s cars instead and a few more 2000s ones. So it looks like they focused more on the last 30 years of F1. Still a good selection of cars. Of course, we've got all the Schumacher ones with the Jordan, both of the Benettons, the 2000 Ferrari, along with whatever else they may throw in there that we might not know about. So really, really exciting there, and especially for those of you that enjoy the classic cars. And then finally, the main event of the video, and what we've all been waiting for. It's not been announced yet, brand new feature, the Podium Pass. And from what it looks like on here, it looks like some kind of ranking up system, so kind of like what Fortnite has maybe. Also, what other games have it? Maybe, to be fair, most games now, like Modern Warfare, for example, Call of Duty has it as well. So I'm guessing you have to rank up. The Podium Pass is probably another name for the Battle Pass, I guess. And you've got to basically kind of like rank up, it looks like. So I can see on screen right now a celebration. I can see a car livery, 2 car liveries maybe. A helmet, maybe another podium celebration. I'm not quite sure what that thing in the bottom right is. Maybe a pair of gloves, to be fair. I can't quite tell, but it shows loads of like tiers and categories, and this is something that I didn't know about. I don't know about, so I'm not familiar with this, so I literally have no idea. They've literally, all we know is what we know from this trailer, so I'm purely going off what I can see. There's a tier system, it seems like. So in this case, this person's level 5. They've just unlocked, looks like a helmet and a suit. And they also show off some new podium celebrations at the end. Really nice, slick moonwalk one, actually, which was really, really cool. Really big fan of that one. So it looks like there is some kind of pass system in this year's game where you unlock stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of that personally because it gives you an incentive to grind and improve and get through the levels. On last year's game, you had everything already, and the only incentive to play online was to recruit competition points and buy stuff online. But it seems like, of course, this year, with the way my team works, this stuff is going to be both applicable to online and offline, I'm guessing. So whatever you unlock is going to work in a lot more different places rather than just online specifically. So there's a lot more depth to it, which I really, really like, and I think that could be a really cool feature. But guys, that is going to be it for me here. I don't want to complicate things too much. This video is very much a summary of what F1 2020 has in store, kind of skimming over the top without going into particular detail, and showcasing my team, the Podium Pass, the new driving driving aid of the casual drive-in mode, the 2 new circuits, you know, the regular 10-season career mode in the game, and all that good stuff. I can't even remember that. There's so much stuff in the game, I actually can't remember all of it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, kept it very simple. I'll leave a link down below in the description for the full trailer to check it out for yourselves. You might pick up on some details that I may have missed. And if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like. And like I said, F1 2020 is just around the corner. Monday, the 6th of July is when I drop my first video, guys. So do tune in for that one. I can't wait to show you guys what I've got lined up for that, and for my team especially. So get subscribed, guys, as I'm trying to hit 40,000 subs. And yeah, that is it from me here today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video very, very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.